tonight.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Davis now. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First carry here for Ken Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Walker last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun, Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now Davis throwing on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. The Niners at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 43 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Stuckey. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Davis. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Davis now on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and goal from the 3. Looking to throw. Davis. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Stuckey. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stuckey. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's Davis throwing to start the drive. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the second. Secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Davis. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Operating from the gun, Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the half.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Davis. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And a good job to get him to the ground quickly right there at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stuckey. That one tipped and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down. Throwing again, Stuckey. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side. He's got room to roam, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And they'll accept that penalty. Davis on 1st and 10. He completes this to Walker. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Davis. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Davis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's Samuel, caught left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Purdy now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Play action, now Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Final play of the half, Purdy. Launching one for Henderson. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached the 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he fires one incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Davis. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake. Davis. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Really making a push for the end zone and look like they
A tough man to bring down all night. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he lost the football. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
It's fielded at the 45. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco. Offense returns to the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd down and 6 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Stuckey looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a 2nd longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Davis. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Straight ahead, Walker. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Davis. He shakes him off. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far, because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Stuckey. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Stuckey. He spots Henderson open left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk managing to stay in bounds. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Seahawks, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.